Salute, salute, salute. Peace and power, peace and power. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Video breakdown. Video breakdown. Oh, see? See what happens when it's late? When I've been up? When I've been working? When I've been doing sessions? When I've been out and about? Late night? Oh, something just gets in me. I thank the universal truth and the absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. Peace and power, peace and power. Video breakdown. Oh. If you or anyone you know have an anger management issue, please book a session. Please, if you've never, ever been in this class and don't know anything about this class, classroom assistants. Make sure you take attendance, tally up, and make sure you put all funding information, all contact information in the chat for the duration of class. Yes, please do that. Video breakdown. Krieger Bailey, Jamaica, the yard is in the spot. Yes, for the late night. Sade's up in the spot. Vitamin Vision TV. Stephanie T. You get a 55. Yeah, you do. Disrupting reality. Nave, what's good? April Brown. You know what it is because you're an educator. You get a 55. Lyle Scott. Marcus, what's goody good? Rick Gatlin. Clarence. Beaks. What's going on? Angel, I see you in the spotty spot. Bo. Lee. Oh, epidemic. Salute. We gotta go in. Hold on. If you or anyone you know may have an issue with domestic violence, please reach out for an assessment. Right now with video breakdown, people are gonna be mad that they went to sleep. You're gonna be mad. You're gonna be mad you went to sleep and they're gonna have to catch this on a playback. But hey, what can I tell you? What can I tell you? Listen, somebody tag KRS-ONE, the blast master KRS-ONE. Boogie Down Productions. You got me laughing already, excuse me. Boogie Down Productions will always stay paid. We'll take the wackest song and make it better. Nah, we can't let you get away with this. No, not the Blast Master. In 1992, in a mix of all these great and monumental songs and groups of the time, 1992, we're talking about the cusp of Illmatic. We're talking about Biggie with Party and Bullshit around that time. We're talking about Onyx We're talking about going into doggy style. We're talking about a plethora of music. 1992. We're talking Tribe Called Quest. We're talking X-Clan. We're talking Black Moon. You get what I'm saying? And at this time, the Blastmaster was an elder statesman in the game. Elder statesman. Man, god damn it, we talking Above the Rim soundtrack. We talking some fire. 92, 93. There was a song and a video, because this is video breakdown, called, excuse me, hold on a minute, hold on a second. Hold up now, hold up. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Yeah, y'all see it. I see the kitchen, right? Yeah, I know y'all see the kitchen. Yeah, hold up now. Because we're going to have a little bit of fun. And it's only 30 people up. Where my Cali people at? Where my West Coast people at? Where my West Coast people at? Damn it, I don't have no tea. I don't have no water. This is seltzer. There was a song and a video titled 13 and Good. At the time, I was very, very disturbed watching the video. It didn't push the song, but I saw the video a couple of times. You know, on Video Music Box. It was in rotation. And I always dismissed it. You know, I sort of act like he didn't make it. I ignored it for many years. Many, many years. But through the pandemic and through social media and certain people getting canceled and exposed and things of that such, people kept throwing it, kept mentioning it. Like, yo, Bliz, what's up with, Bliz, what's up with your man? Yo, Bliz, you got to keep it 1,000. What was up with your man in that video, in this song? Because certain folks remember. So, we have to do it. Got to break it down. And in the very opening of the song, we see a very different looking KRS. We see KRS with specs on. You know, the jail specs. You know the specs that I had on when I was going to trial for Nas, Hate. You know the specs. You know the specs that Brian, the dog, what's the name of that cartoon? With Brian the talking dog. What's the name of that? Somebody help me out. You know, and the little baby Stewie and shit, that just a terror. Y'all know the name of that. Family Guy. Yeah. Y'all ever seen that? Do y'all watch that? I used to watch Family Guy all the time. Remember when Stewie was going to jail? Remember he had on the specs and he had his legal work and shit? Whoever wrote that part knew what it was. Remember Stewie had on them specs? Remember they brought him the nudie books, the paper pussy? Yo, I couldn't stop laughing. It was ridiculous. Remember, remember he went on a visit? But you know them specs. You know when you put them specs on, you think you coming home. So KRS had on them specs. And I was like, this is gonna be a weird video. KRS never had on no specs. Even when he was a teacher and You Must Learn, he had on shades. So this video had on specs. And then they give you the outside shot, the scene, and he's walking. And I'm like, what he got on? He had on these shoes. Wasn't shoes, but shoes. Like desert boots, but they wasn't desert boots. And if they were desert boots, they weren't Clarks. But he had on them shoes and them slacks with the funny material. You know them slacks that just, you know, and listen, I'm in the, we gotta assume he's in the Bronx. Bronx ain't real swift with the fashions. I'm going, listen, gotta keep it a buck. Out of the 5 boroughs, nobody don't be dressing like no Bronx dudes, I'm sorry. But he had on them funny slacks. And I'm like, what kind of material is that? Even in the video, they look, them wide ass pockets and shit. I'm like, is those corduroys? So he got on the desert boots, the corduroys, and the wide pocket slacks that make you look a little hippie. You know, he had hips. And I'm like, what kind of KRS is this? And then he got on the despicable leather jacket. So the whole outfit from the rip look a little suspicious. Like he up to no good in his outfit. So he walking up to his peoples, see him on the stoop, kicks little man off the stoop, I guess, because little man ain't supposed to hear this story. All right? And you just can't take your eye off this despicable leather jacket. Jacket look just off. Now, I know a lot of people was wearing them shits. I couldn't stand them shits. I either had the motorcycle leather joint, you know, or the big butter soft joint, right? Something with the collar, bang. But them shits that didn't have a real collar, them despicable big ass shits, I'm like, yo, hold up. He was just looking off with them corduroys. I don't even know if those was corduroys. Them shits might have been twills. You know what I'm saying? Like some type of wool woven twill slacks with desert boots. Walking with his specs, and then to top it off, he had the tight hat tilted to the side. That little tight ass shit was tight. Like a tight leather skipper hat type of thing shit. Looked like exactly the type of person who was getting ready to spit these bars. So he starts off, boom, I come up into place, hit it hard. Now the flow and the delivery was crystal clear, KRS, crystal clear. You know, when he really gets in his bag and there's no style that you have to listen hard to, one of them love gonna get you flows, or when you out of here. Those flow, when he specifically, you hearing everything in the delivery, okay? So he begins the story. And from the rip, he's in the club. He sees shorty, okay? Now, he said, she jumps on the tip. We know what that terminology is. You in the club, got your little drink, shorty jumps on the tip, which means she's paying interest in him. And he see her. And you're like, okay, let me do my thing. And she says she looks about 26. I ain't dizzy. So when he say he ain't dizzy, she look about 26, that means he ain't drunk, he ain't high. He's looking at this individual and believing that she is, okay, that she is 26, okay? I ain't dizzy. It's time to get busy. Said she was overwhelmed by his playboy charms. So he's kicking it to this person. Yo, hold on. Do you understand? He's talking. He's not drunk. He's not high. He's not inebriated. He's talking to this person, throwing his playboy charms. Okay? He got in the whip, took her to the crib. You know what we did. He said, built to last. Talking about himself. He was built to last. Built to last, y'all. Built to last. I waxed that axe. So he spoke to this person, overwhelmed this person with his charm, drove with this person, took this person to his spot. He was built to last. So this is a lengthy amount of time. All right? Then he gets around to asking her, hey, baby, how are you? How old are you? 21, 22? I'm 25. He said she chuckled, kind of mean. I'm only 13. 13? Now he's shocked. 13? Now he's shocked. Now, he's planning his escape and says it straight out, a statutory rape, which that ain't even statutory. That ain't even 13. Homeboy. No, that's child abuse. 13. Statutory may be if you 25 and somebody's 16, 17, right? Just what they call barely legal in 18. That's statutory. 13 is something where you have to question your mentality. Okay? Now, he back out the scene. He's back outside telling his boys. And now they got the nerve to be cutting good. And his man is saying, yo, homeboy. Telling him. The man said, yo, nah. First word out of his homeboy mouth was, yo, that's child, man, it was, man, you had a, and he's going in on it. Man, that was good. Good. So now, here's where it gets very weird for me. Damn all this already. I'm making an attempt to understand the intent of this song. Like, you really wrote this rhyme. Not only did you write the rhyme, you recorded the rhyme, you released the song, you made a video. And in all this time, It doesn't dawn on you that you should, yo, hold on, man, let me change the age. Even Rick James said 17. Y'all stayed with 13, entitled. Listen to what I'm saying. You wrote the rhyme. You titled the song. You recorded it. You mixed it. You mastered it. You pressed it up. You released it. You wrote a video treatment for it and shot a video. And I'm like, you, your team, your record label. So now I'm like, hold on. Again, in 92, it was a lackluster song. Didn't get pushed, okay? But we heard it and ignored it because it was like, yo, this dude couldn't have made that. He bumped his head. So, let's say, for instance, this happened to anybody. I'm telling you right now that anybody that is 25 years old and after 20 minutes in the club, 20 minutes in the car, a walk upstairs that you don't know that a child is in your presence, that somebody is 13, that you can have a conversation with a 13-year-old and she can understand you and you can understand her. In basic conversation, that she's not going to slip up and say something about a cartoon or Barbie doll or some weird newly teenage shit. 13. So, again now, this is something, and yeah, we did the build on Jive Records, Kevin. Yes, indeed. We know how it is, but we cannot allow this rhyme to even manifest itself in a belief that anybody, especially that age. Now, if you are 46 and you talking to a 25-year-old who may have had some college in her, maybe on her first career, maybe got 3 years in on the workforce, and y'all get to talking and talking, and she may look a little mature for 26. That might happen. It wouldn't happen with me, but I'm saying it might happen. But when you're talking a grown-ass man that's 25 that's in a club, first of all, I don't know where y'all do that at. In the Bronx, 13 years old, 13-year-olds could get in the clubs? I mean, let me know. Because, shit, I was 17 and had the damnest, toughest time getting in the Union Square Latin Quarter and all that sometime. 13-year-old girls could get in the Bronx club around 25-year-olds? That's why the Bronx is something else, because that shit wouldn't fly nowhere else. But again, just for the sake of the rhyme, for the sake of hip-hop, I want to bring some clarity to some of you nasty-ass niggas out there. There is nothing that you can ever say to me that will allow me to believe that a 25-year-old doesn't know a 13-year-old. I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm keeping it 1,000. So again, with the specs, in his little tight ass hat. He's going on with the story. Right? Now, Shorty telling him, I want to be with you forever. And he says, you're old enough to be my daughter. Right? Listen, No Limit, we not even doing that. Nah. Because we going to get to that. Now. It gets weird. Shorty pressed him, called Daddy. Daddy, I messed up. I laid with an older man. Listen to this conversation. Listen to the context in which he's giving this young woman, this little baby girl. This is him writing a rhyme, attempting to think like a 13-year-old. Nah, we're not doing that. Not in rhyme form, not in song form, not in nothing. There's no 25-year-old supposed to even be throwing any innuendo out of him being able to speak as a 13-year-old would in that situation. And pressing it when he said, I'm 25, and she says, I'm only 13, and giggle and laugh. And then in the next verse, I want to be with you forever. And press it. No, I'm calling my daddy. Look what you did. You causing me all this grief. My daddy's a police chief. What 13-year-old y'all know speak like that? Nah. They not getting away with that. But now daddy got the gun and he's coming. He's coming now. And then it gets even weirder. Yeah, shit. You could smell 13 on anything. You right, Marcus. On a girl, on a boy, they're kids. There's no way they're supposed to be able to hold any conversation with you. So we're not even going to go there. But they put this song out. So now daddy come. And daddy beats the girl and sends her up out of there. Where? I don't know. Maybe she ran to the car, but daddy got the 45. And all of a sudden, daddy, the police chief with the gun, is a weirdo, and he's looking for lubricant. How do you know that this man, that the little girl told you he was a police chief, comes in the house with the gun, beats the daughter, and you're looking at him? Evidently, you should be trying to hightail your ass up out of there, right? Like you said, looking for a spot to break. Hold on. Daddy is looking for lubricant. How do you know Daddy's looking for lubricant? Because he ain't say shit, nothing yet. Watch the video. He got the hammer, he beat Shorty, and he looking, and he put a piece of gum in his mouth. He ain't tell you nothing yet. Then he starts to tell you, right? You could see my daughter anytime. I was looking for a nice, strong man like you. That's what he said. It's you who I want as mine. The price is you're behind. Are we serious? And at that point, right, you see, you kind of snuff boom, police chief, gun drop. We assume he hightailed it out of there. Now he gets back to his boys who he's telling the story to, right? Finish the story, whatever. Then he looks at us, looks in the camera, and in the last few bars, he straight up said, the moral of the story is there is none. There is none. So hold on. There's no moral to us. You choose it. You pick it for me. The moral of the story, you pick it for me. There is none. So confused. There is no moral to the story. What's the moral? What are you supposed to pull from? Because the whole shit don't make no sense at all. You went from finessing and conning a child to waxing her because you built the last, to the father is a gay cop that just happened to come through looking for lubricant to do this. Where we going at with this story and video and visual? What's hood here? No. What's hood here? It is never, ever, and I'm telling you, I wouldn't care who you are. I don't care what you've done. I don't care what kind of scholarship you have. I don't care how much bread you have or don't have, where you've been. There is never going to ever be a man tell me that he didn't know how young someone was, especially a girl. Never. Never. There are levels and layers, okay, to womanhood. And if you don't know those levels and layers, if you can't use your common 5 senses to know that someone is underage, especially underage for you to be dealing with them, something is wrong with you, homeboy. Never can a young girl ever do that. Ever. And 13, listen, 13, mommy still doing their goddamn hair. 13, they still wearing earrings and shit from Claire's. 13, you could see it in their fingers and their hands. 13 is on their breath. And should nothing about a preteen or a new teenager be attractive to a grown man. Not ever jacking that shit. Ever. Okay? That's just some dumb shit. But again, they slid this song up under people's belt. They slid it up under people's belt. Because trust me, the next album, everything else was on there. Dum, 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 psh. Dum, 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 psh. MCs act like you don't know. The MC, all that. The boom bap, dun. Oh, he had a resurgence right after that. Next album was the banger, him a premiere, everything. So you mean to tell me that somehow we supposed to believe that this was a song that he put together and he wanted out with no message, with no moral to the story? He always had morals to the story. Love gonna get you. He told you the moral in that, right? Huh? Love will take you right out. KRS? There's always a moral to the story, but not in this one. We just supposed to believe this grown-ass man met a 13-year-old in the club and he was built to last and he couldn't tell, and he telling his people, man, listen, man was telling them, yo, if her brothers catch you, you gonna get beat down. He said, well, even if I get beat down, that it was good. Whoa, a child. A child. Yes, indeed, Kevin. You're right about that, Kevin. That was the last BDP joint. But let's stick to it. He said a child was good. Even after he found out her age, he's telling his mans and them. So that was weird. That was crazy. But then you double down on the weird and crazy because a cop tried to grease your grippers up. A cop, knowing that you just abused his daughter, is not coming enraged, not coming through the door firing. He's coming through the door aroused to get your grippers that he's looking for lubricant? Come on, Chris. Come on, Chris. Not the teacher. Not the teacher. Nah. Somebody got to explain that record, man. Somebody got to explain that record. Somebody got to explain the video and the video treatment. Who wrote that? Who wrote that? It's too much to unpack there. Too much going on. I mean, come on. Y'all just let me know. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. Are we jacking that right now? Are we sitting here and saying, nah, he just did that? He just did that. He just wrote a whole rhyme. Like he sat there. The man who can go off the top of his head and write some, just spit some fire shit that he didn't write. Off the top of his head. He's nice with it. In the studio, he's nice with it. If he puts the pen to the paper, he's nice with it. Now, all of a sudden, he has a lapse in judgment. Nah, Marcus, I'm not hearing that. Nah, because here we go. You gonna sit here, and we gonna sit here, and this man wrote this song with us supposed to believe that? We supposed to believe that? That a cop's kid at 13 is creeping in the clubs? Come on, yo. I'm not having that. Unless that's some Bronx shit. I don't know. And clearly the cop said he had a crib in Brooklyn. and he was trying to get KRS to, you could come on through. But first, you got to grease your grippers. Come on, son. Nah. Who writes that? He wrote it with the intention of it being a hit? Come on now. Come on now. You mean it, everything he put pen to paper to. He's not one of them artists that just had fillers all over any of his albums. He didn't have no fillers. Didn't have any fillers. He wrote songs with intentions to be bangers, to be club bangers, to be radio bangers, to be things that he could rock in a stadium or in a small venue. Did any of you ever see him perform that anywhere? Did you? I've seen him perform many times. Never did that song at all. At all, never. Not one time. So what's going on here? Somebody tag him in the class, because he got some explaining to do with them pants that made his hips look big, and them shoes on, and that despicable ass leather with the tight ass goddamn skipper cap. Look like he on Gilligan's Island in specs. Come on, yo. Nah. That's the just came home uniform, or I'm about to go in uniform. Who dressed like that? So the whole video was extra weird. But again, as we know, this is video breakdown. He talked about the record. All right, Kev, I gotta check it because I seen his YouTube page, but I can't really watch it because he's a bit rainbowish, and I wasn't there before. I never saw that until recently. He started going on this promo tour for his book, and I started hearing him on the radio and stuff, and I'm like, yo, he never spoke like that. He is speaking a little bit light in the wrist. I'm not saying he is, but he's giving me them vibes. And I'm like, yo, hold on. Son, you about 6'8". You never presented like that. Now in 2024-ish, so I can't take him serious. I listened to a couple of, minutes of it, but I'm like, nah. But if he talked about this record specifically, good looking out. Kev, I'm going to check that video out. And he can't, he couldn't stand. I know he ain't standing tall on it because he might have produced it. Yeah, I heard one of the old stories. It wasn't the PM, I forgot what I was listening to. Oh, no, I was listening to the beef with him, with KRS and Brother J from X-Clan. I listened to that one because I wanted to know specifics on it. Excuse me. I wanted to know the specifics on it because when we was in the street, it was one thing. So I wanted to know exactly what it was. And, but nah. There's just certain people I'm not going to listen to on YouTube. Their energy is off, or they're not articulate and they stretch what they're saying just for content. So, nah, I'm not going to listen to him, especially the way he presenting. There's one thing. You are who you are. You identify how you identify. But when you one of them big 6'8" ass dudes and you kind of brown sugary. I ain't jacking. I ain't too big for that bullshit. I'm not trying to sit there and get out of here, man. I'm not doing that. So again, don't believe in me, believe in my belief in you. If you haven't seen the video, go check it out now. Comment, tell them Bliz sent you, and tag them. Say, yo, Bliz said come to class because you need to explain this. You understand what I'm saying? Check it out. It's only 4 minutes, and it's going to weird you out. The whole essence of it, it's like, yo, come on, woo. Hold up. All right? No, it wasn't no limit. No, it wasn't. Because that wasn't no thing. Unless that was something in the Bronx. Because that is definitely not no. First of all, Brooklyn, we ain't had too many clubs. So, we wasn't doing that. If that's a Harlem, Uptown, Bronx type of situation that y'all got, that young girls could just pop up in y'all clubs, y'all don't ID them or nothing. Come on now. And I could see again, if it was 17, it might have a little maturity, maybe they could get in the club. But 13? No. No, not doing it. I'm not studying it. No. Not doing it. No, not gonna sit here and do that to nobody in class and say that that's a thing. It wasn't no thing. I'm telling you, I'm old enough up in there. I'm telling you. The clubs we had, I'm talking about was clubs in Brooklyn that I couldn't even get in. We had specific shit. We had 26 and over clubs. All type of shit. Do you think a 13-year-old gonna get in there? Negative. Not gonna happen. Not happening. Would you say Blue Piranha? Hold up, X-Clan, didn't they get caught up? 2 members. Wasn't in no club. That was on their own. Wasn't in no club. Brooklyn don't move like that. Simple as that. Yeah, Vanessa, y'all was going, man. You was 13 in the club, Vanessa? Like I said, if it's a BX thing, let me know. Let me know. I don't, come on, what y'all was doing up there? But then again, like we said, Bronx is different, right? The culture was different. The culture's still different up there now, right? That was the home of hip-hop, right? The birthplace. When we watched the Africa Bambaataa Planet Rock video, right? And we see everybody breaking and all that. You might think that that was a club. So when you seeing the kids up in there and they breaking, you might think that wasn't no, but that wasn't no damn club. That was somebody, what you call it, lobby or some little room or hall. That shit wasn't no club. I'm talking about a club. California Club, Union Square, Latin Quarters, Studio 54, the Palladium. Those are clubs. If y'all 13 and y'all in somebody's basement or some lobby and y'all playing hip hop and y'all thought that wasn't a club, y'all was in a party. And y'all ass shouldn't have been partying around no grown ass men. I told y'all that when I was giving y'all my Union Square stories. How them dudes from the Bronx, we always had beef with KRS and them Bronx dudes. We the ones who shut Union Square down. Because them dudes was coming through. I told you. If I didn't tell y'all, I'm going to tell y'all now. The reason why Timberlands became a thing with kids, especially young dudes from Brooklyn. You want to know why it became a thing? That we was wearing boots all year round? You want to know why it was a thing? Because when we were in Union Square, right? When we used to go to Union Square and get into it with them Bronx dudes, we had to jump them. We had to be that deep. You know why? Because we from Brooklyn was actually 16, 17, 18, brand new teens. Coming to Union Square, and them Bronx dudes was goddammit grown ass men coming from work and construction shit. And they used to kick us and stomp us with them damn boots. And we was like, yo, who the fuck wear boots in the summertime? In a goddamn club. So they would kick us and stomp us. We like, yo, hold on, son. We got to get some boots. And the first thing we started wearing was the chuckers. And we used to call them G-Raps because G-Rap had the chuckers on. So we started wearing chuckers. And we started wearing chuckers year round. If we wasn't wearing chuckers, we was wearing New Balance. If we was going to mid to dig pockets, we had on New Balance. If we was going to the club, we started wearing chuckers. We like, can't keep getting stomped and kicked by these old ass men. Can't do it. And if you think we didn't close Union Square down, ask anybody who was there. 2 major riots up in the spot. The KRS-ONE video for The Bridge Is Over, yeah, that shit got tossed up that night. Tossed up that night. And the following 3 weeks after, okay? Following 3 weeks after, we got into it with them Bronx dudes again. And that was it. Union Square ain't last too much longer after that. It had that run. It opened June of 86 and it was closed in 88. Really the ending of 87. Just the beginning, probably December 87 going into 88. Done. Because we always went at it with them Bronx. Big Bronx, these are grown men. Okay? And you kicking with boots and stomping little dudes with boots, but we was getting busy. Fearless. Don't come in there with nothing on your neck and we don't know you. Don't come in there with no wrist, no forefingers, none of that. Give it up. If we catch you by them bathroom, anywhere, if you on that stage, you fronting with one of these rap dudes, you coming down. And we going to get whatever we got to get. We going to take whatever we got to take from it. Bouncers, Big John, Big Beast, any of them. Yeah, all right. But you ain't getting this jewelry back. And they throw you out the club until next week. Simple as that. And that's what made Brooklyn dudes start wearing boots year round. Now, ain't nobody else tell you, I'm telling you. That's what happened. We got tired of getting kicked and stomped. It was too little for that shit. Okay? That's what it was. Nah, Dr. Sebastian, you ain't had no Rolex on up in no Union Square. I damn sure I know that for a fact. That wasn't even an end thing for black people at all. People ain't even know what it was. We knew because we used to take money, so we do, but no black people wear no Rolexes. Damn sure not in Union Square. Maybe the tunnel days, you might have had a rolling on, but nah. Nah. Now I know 86, 87, 88. No. I ain't jacking that. Dudes were still wearing them nasty little nugget 2-finger rings and all that. Ain't no damn Rolex. Nah. But yeah. Matter of fact, that's a whole, I could sit there for that's a 3-hour bill when I'm talking in Union Square. I ain't gonna get y'all hyped up on that. Alright? But I'm telling you, right now, never, ever let a grown man tell you he didn't know how young somebody was. Nope. No. And this song and this video is disturbing. Very disturbing. Without a moral to the story, very disturbing. So again, thank y'all for coming through. Fund, and I said fund the war effort. Because we're gonna need it. We got moves to make. We have to start organizing, networking, building our spaces. Okay? So definitely fund the war effort. Book your assessments and your sessions. You understand? That's what you do. Get it in. Get it in. Don't wait. Okay? Don't wait. Get it in. Alright? And again, if nobody told you, I'm telling you, you gonna win. Alright? We will win. No doubt in my mind about it. But we just got to put in that necessary work. Tag your man. Somebody get KRS. Nasty ass. Nah, son. You got some splaining to do. Salute.